Hey guys, welcome back to Chips PC Lounge for our video today. Today we're going to talk about the drip garden, more specifically the price of the seeds or the plants, whatever's easier for you. Reason for this is because nothing much is happening today on the animal farm. We've still got pig credits open as far as I can tell. It's on its shutting down phase or whatever, but what I'm seeing on Telegram is a lot of people complaining about drip price, which has gone down a lot lately. Looks like it might be trying to find a floor around 40. As you can see on here, it's gone along on 40 for quite a while, and it's just started to tick up a little bit. And we've not found a floor just yet on the Drip BUSD DEX, which kind of trails the main DEX on here, because this one's got much less liquidity. So this will take off first or go down first, and then the Pancake Swap DEX will follow it. But yeah, everyone on Telegram and things like that is asking questions all the time about the drip garden, why the price is going down. They don't understand why it's happening. So I thought I'd do a video today just to try and point out using Dune what causes the decay in the plant price or the seed rewards that you get, and hopefully you'll understand afterwards the reason for this, because it's asked every day non-stop, and hopefully this can shed a bit of light on it. It's pretty simple when we break it down a little bit into what actually happens. So we'll get straight into this now. This is on Dune, and you can see here there's a contract balance of plants, and as time goes by, everyone's compounding or more plants are being bought, and this will raise the plants that everyone's got in the contract. You can see it never goes down as we're all compounding. There's more plants going into the system, so the entire time plants is going up. Now imagine that's a cryptocurrency, even though plants is not a cryptocurrency. Let's just say it is for this example. When you've got more of something, so it's inflationary, it's not going down like being burned like some tokens can be. Plants is always being minted, so it's always going up. Now, if plants are always going up and the drip BUSD token is going down, then there is more plants being distributed to everybody, but there's less LP for it to be spread around. So with this alone, your plants will go down in price because there's more plants to go around. So what you need for it to go the other way is plants will always go up because they can't go down. But what you need to see is growth from the contract balance, or a big uptick in the drip BUSD liquidity. So if this goes up, this value in dollar, you can see, then you'll see the plant price go up, at least for a short time, but plants are still going up. So you're fighting plants going up with any rise that you have, but because you've got more money in the system, plants are going to be worth more, at least temporarily, until more are minted, which we know will happen eventually. So the inbuilt decay that everyone talks about is the plants naturally being minted. This will cause decay because you're getting more plants. So let's imagine that everything is flat. So the contract balance is flat, and drip is very, very stable, and it stays at the same value. You're still going to have more plants being minted, even with a stable balance. That the plant value will slowly go down because there's more plants to share between all that revenue, all that money that's in the contract. Okay? So it's pretty simple when you think of it that way. So plants will go up. We saw it the other week when drip went up to $55 from 45. Suddenly there was more drip per USD in terms of value in the pool. can see here this uptick here that caused the price of plants to go up. We can see it somewhere here. So it came down, 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 and suddenly there's more money in the pool, and we saw an uptick, and then we saw this continuation again as the downtrend started again. And that will happen, guys, all the time until we get an uptrend. And then when you get an uptrend, you'll suddenly find there's more and more money coming into the garden because the drip BUSD is going up. So the amount of fiat value will go up like it did here. So before this little run here, we was down to 32,500,000, and then we started to see the value come up. Look, it came up and it kind of stopped around 35. So there was an extra 3 million of drip BUSD value in there. So despite plants still being minted as people compound, we had more money in the system just because the drip value has gone up. So that division between plants and liquidity is causing plants to go up in this situation. And then since that, we've seen this go down. And not only have we seen that go down, but people are pulling LP out the contract, and you can see the contract's been going down. Even when we had this little run here, the balance wasn't too high. So what were dates looking at here? 17th of March. So on 17th of March, the LP was still coming down. Gradually, but it was coming down. But because the value of the pool went up a lot more than the contract was coming down, we managed to get the plant price to go up. So imagine all this compounding you've been doing to get your plants, and imagine that drip now goes on a run up to 80 or 90 again. You're going to see this drip BUSD liquidity go up, because the token value is going to go up, so the entire thing will go up in terms of how much money is in the system. Hopefully you'll see this go up because people will get confidence again in the garden, because we're on an uptrend. People want that 3% a day. This will still go up because more plants will be minted, but if we get on a run, we're going to see plants go up by quite a bit, at least for a while, until it evens out again, until the balance calms down. That's how it works, guys. There's more plants all the time. We can't, stop that. That's part of the contract balance, the contract. That's Forex's way of making sure over time that the plant price does come down. We can't judge the garden from a downtrend. This is the higher risk of it. You're going to take the downtrend with the uptrends, and we're going to get an uptrend at some point. Nothing goes down forever. So if you compound on the way down, you're offsetting that loss anyway by compounding and doing your 3% a day. And then we're going to wait for the contract balance to hopefully flatten off at some point and hopefully start to trickle up, and that will offset the decay. Hopefully we get an uptrend as well with the drip price, and not only will that offset the decay, we'll see the plants going up, we'll see the LP maybe going up as well, because the LP per plant will go up if the contract balance goes up, at least on a temporary basis. And that is when I think we'll see the garden really play out for us, guys. It's going to be good when we find that flaw, we go the other way. The garden will work at some point, how you all want it to work. You just need to wait for that opportunity. We've all got in at different points. So people got in, in December when it first opened up, they've probably done all right from the garden. They probably rode it all up here and did well. And a lot of people, I think, got in maybe early February, where the price was flat. And then since then, they've had this massive downtrend that is causing everyone to doubt what the garden is and doubt if it's doing its job. And you know what it's doing right now? It's getting people out of the system that don't believe in it, because all the time you compound in a downtrend, you are harming your LP per day by a lot. I know this because I've been doing it. I don't want to do it, but I've had to do it, and I can't wait to put my money back in the garden in a week or two's time, hopefully at a bottom, and ride the wave back up. I'm putting bits back in now from my GPU miner that I've been taking out, trying to offset my LP loss. But I've took quite a hit, guys, and I'm going to do a video, I think, in a week or two to show you again. I think I did do a video last week, but I've done a lot more harvesting because of my car doing whatever it's been doing, messing up. It's been to the garage, and my LP has dropped quite a lot per day, and it's, I don't like it, and I want to get it back up. So that's my aim for next month. So we need to stick with it, guys. Everyone's lost faith on this downtrend. When we had those 2 days of an uptrend and the side trend here, everyone was all happy about the garden again. The plants went from 164 to 175, and that's just this little blip. This little uptick here that caused that. Imagine we get another one of these, guys, right now, where we went from 55 to 170. Imagine that happens in the next few weeks, and how much your garden will go up in the next few weeks if that did happen. It'd be happy days, and everyone would stop complaining, and you'd find the garden's actually really good. It's high risk. If you want your 1% a day all the time, that's what the faucet's for. And those that get into the piggy bank, the same will happen with the piggy bank, with the piglets and truffles. Truffles are going to decay over time because everyone's going to be getting more piglets. So the price of piglets over time will come down, and it should go up if the pig token rallies. That's how it's going to be. And I know I have a bit of issues with speech, but I hope I've explained at least the basics of why the plant price will go up and down. So it's all due to plants being minted in the system. As you can see, it goes up all the time. Contract balance, because that's how much LP is in the contract, and then the price of the LP, because the price of the LP can make the entire contract go up in value if we get an uptrend, and that's what's going to be exciting when it happens. That uptrend is going to be so good, and those that compounded or invested in this downtrend, at some point you'll get rewarded when the uptrend comes. When will it be? I don't know. I'm hoping we're going to find a floor somewhere in the between 30 and 40 in this gap here. I can't see it going much lower because I just think there'll be too much buying pressure when it goes mega cheap. And anyway, that's my video today, guys. I know I have a few issues explaining stuff sometimes, but I hope I got it at least to a point where you can understand what I'm talking about. It is difficult when you first get into the garden to try and grasp it, but information is out there on it. You need to do your research. The white paper kind of tells you without really telling you, and I think Forex kind of wants to keep it a secret what makes the garden tick. We don't know the exact formula, but it's pretty much what I've said. You got your contract balance, your plant's been minted. It's when you see the graphs, you can just see it going. You can see what's happening. So what I think's happened as when the garden was flat-ish around this period of time here, around 120, 130, we had a lot of YouTubers promoting the garden, and I think they had no idea what they was promoting with the garden. I saw so many videos of people saying if you start off with £1,000 and get your 3% a day over a year, compounding daily, people was coming up with stupid figures. And in this case, you'd have £48,482,000. And that is not how the garden works. So you had people shilling the garden with the wrong information, not knowing how it worked, not doing their own research before telling other people what happens. And we've got this misconception of what the garden is now. You can use the compound calculators to see how many plants you have, because you actually get 3.3% a day. So if you have, let's start with a low number. Let's imagine you've got 250 plants. And you compound every day, you'll have 35,000 plants in a year. or 35 million plants, should I say? And that's how that works. Yeah, it's 35 million. So you can see if you compound, guys, you'll get there. You'll get there. So just do your research on the garden. Have a look into it a bit more. Make sure you know all the correct information before you get in. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you guys soon.